Welcome to Physics Wala Pathshala. I am DR.PRASUN and I will be teaching you the important chapter, that is the digestion and absorptions, most of the important concepts of the digestion and absorptions. So today I would like to start about the liver. We'll try to discuss about the liver, its important structure, and you have to also I'll be discussing about the liver lobules. I'll be discussing about the liver disease. So let us start with a good hope. Let's see what is awaiting for you people. So first of all, I would like to start, that is the structures of the liver. So what are the liver? Liver is an important organ. So let us see. So what I can write it for you. You can see first of all what you mean by the liver. So liver is actually an important organ. That is a solid organ. Okay. This is the liver. So liver is actually a solid organ. Okay. It is a solid organ. And in adult it is actually having 1.5 kg its weight. Okay, kgs is the weight, and I'll be telling you that where it is actually located. So its location, so where it is actually located is located at the right hypochondriac region, HYPO, hypochondriac. Okay, chondriac region. So this is the area where we'll be expecting the presence of the liver. Okay, and first of all we would like to start about some, already I'll be discussing about the few important points, that is the structures of the liver. So how does it look like? So it look like this. So this is the liver, this is how it look like. Okay, so it is composed of the two lobes. First of all, it composed of the two lobes. One is called the right hepatic lobe and another is called the left hepatic lobe. Okay, so this is actually termed as a right hepatic lobe. Okay, so this is the right hepatic, HEPATIC, hepatic lobe. Okay, and this is actually termed as a left hepatic lobe. Okay, left hepatic lobe. Okay, and though there are the other lobes, there are the other two lobes actually also found. So one of the lobe is termed as an quadrate lobe. Another lobe is termed as a quadrate, QUADRATE, quadrate lobe. Okay, so this left and the right lobe can be divided into, that is the most, by means of, there is a type of an important actually a structure. So it is actually termed as an falciform ligament. Okay, falciform, FALCI, falciform. Okay, falciform ligament. Okay, so what is it? So it is actually termed as an falciform ligament. So this is not the true ligament at all. So this is actually formed by the formations, by the folding of the different types of the peritoneal fold. Understand? So this is what is, these are the not true ligaments. Okay, these are not the true ligaments, not true ligaments. Okay, so what are they? So first of all, I was talking about the falciform ligament. So this type of a falciform ligament, so what are its important functions? So this is not the true ligament. This is formed by the folding of the peritoneum. Folding of peritoneum. Okay, so these are actually the peritoneal folds and they are found between this right and the left hepatic lobe. Understand? So next is there the other ligaments also. For example, if it is being extended like this, so this is actually termed as a coronary ligament. So there are the other ligaments that I will let you know. You can see that there is other ligaments that has been extended like this. So this is actually termed as a type of a round ligament. Okay, so this is also termed as the ligament of teres. Ligament of teres, TERES, ligament of teres. Okay, and this is actually termed as what? This is termed as a coronary ligament, LIGAMENT. So all these ligaments, like that of the coronary, okay, like that of the ligament of teres, ligament, okay, of teres. So these are not the true ligaments at all. These are being formed by the folding of the peritoneum. So you are able to learn about the liver. The liver, once again, it is a solid organ. It weighs nearly 1.5 kg in case of the adults. And it is being located at the right hypochondriac region. It composed of generally the 4 lobes. The largest one is actually the right hepatic lobe is the largest lobe. Okay, so this right hepatic lobe is the largest of all. Understand, this is the largest. Okay, largest lobe. And these lobes, that is the right and the left hepatic lobe, they are the other lobe that is called the quadrate lobe and the caudate lobe. Understand? Okay, so this can be termed to be as a caudate lobe. Understand? So these are actually very much important. And another thing is like that, so there are the different types of ligaments that actually separate this right and the left from the right and the left hepatic lobe. So one of the ligament is termed as a falciform ligament. This falciform ligament is actually formed by the folding of the peritoneum. Okay, and this particular ligament has been extended upward and it has formed to form the coronary ligament. And there is another extensions, that is the same ligament that has been extended below, and it is termed as a round ligament. So this round ligament is actually the other name is termed as a ligament of teres. So these are the basic structures that you need to know about something about the liver. Now I'll be going to the next page. Let's see what is actually waiting for us. So now just you have to know that, for example, in the case of a kidney, the structural and the functional unit is nephron. So similarly, in the case of the liver, the hepatic lobule is very much important, which is also a structure and functional unit of liver. So let us see how it looks like, and let us see that how it and what are the important features and what are the important structures that is associated with this hepatic lobule. Say, for example, say something about the hepatic lobule. So how does this look like? This look like, that means an hexagonal in nature. So this is look like that of an hexagon, and ultimately inside them there is arrangement of there is a very good arrangement of the that is called the hepatic cells. So these are called the hepatic cells. These are actually associated with the central, that is called the central vein, and these are the hepatic cells. These are being arranged like a cord. So sometimes this hepatic cells, say these are the nucleus, these are the cells that has been arranged, say these are the nucleus of the cells. Okay, so these are the hepatocytes or the hepatic cells. These are all arranged in a case of the parallel successions, and they are associated with the microvilli in them. There are some kind of microvilli, you can say, that is a basic functions is to increase the surface area of absorption. So this is the hepatic lobule. So this is looking like that of an hexagon, and ultimately this is the structure, and that is called a structural as well as a functional unit of the liver. So let us see how does it look. So once again this hepatic lobule, say these hepatic lobules are actually look like this, and ultimately so these are being enclosed by means of a capsule. This capsule is termed as Gleason's, Glissons apostrophe S, Gleason's capsule, CAPSULE. So what are its important features? Actually, this particular capsule is actually made up of, these are the fibrous dense, okay, white connective tissue sheath. Okay, connective tissue. Okay, these are the connective tissue sheath. Okay, so it is how it is basic nature is termed as that is an irregular connective tissue, which is a type of an irregular connective tissue. Okay, so individual, these are the hepatic lobes once again, and this hepatic lobe is enclosed by means of an irregular connective tissue sheath, and these are termed as an hepatocytes, and this is actually termed as an hepatic cord, HEPATIC, hepatic cord, CHORD. So hepatic cord means what? These are the hepatocytes, actually hepatocytes. Okay, hepatocytes, these are being arranged arranged like the like the spoke, okay, like the spoke of cartwheels, okay, it is being arranged like the spoke of the cartwheels. Okay, so sometimes it can be termed as an hepatic spoke also. So this type of arrangements, say these are being arranged like this, and you can see that every hepatic cord are being surrounded by means of the endothelium. So these are called the endothelial cells. So these are the endothelial cells. These are called the endothelial cells. Understand? So these cells is having some kind of fenestra. So this is termed as fenestra, F-E-N-E-S-T-R-A. Fenestra means that is called the opening. These are called the miniature opening that is actually found over here. Okay, and you can see, so this area is termed as, that is called the hepatic sinusoids, that I will teach you like that. So you'll be able to understand that what are the hepatic sinusoids. So this area, that means this area is actually termed as an hepatic sinusoids, S-O-I-D-S. So hepatic sinusoids, these are the space that are actually found between where? These are the found between these hepatic spokes. Understand? And individual hepatic spokes is actually surrounded by means of the endothelial cells. And there is an opening, you can say, this opening is termed as an central vein. Okay, central vein. Okay, so central vein, and this particular sinusoids is associated with some kind of the macrophage cell, and this macrophage cell is, say this one is a macrophage that is being found, and this macrophage cell is termed as a Kupffer cell, K-U-P-F-F-E-R, Kupffer cells. So what are this kind of cells actually? So these are actually the Kupffer cells, and it is a type of a modified macrophage. These are the modified macrophage cells. Understand? And these all types of the macrophage are being originated from the, that is actually termed as monocytes. These are the modified monocytes. Understand? So this how these hepatic lobes actually look like. This hepatic lobules is actually the structural as well as the functional unit. So say, so this one is actually the hepatic lobules, H-E-P-A-T-I-C, hepatic lobules, L-O-B-U-L-E-S, and these are called the structural, okay, and functional, okay, and say these are called the functional, okay, units. These are called the structural and the functional units of liver. Okay, and there are the other areas. This is also found to be at the every 6 actually corners. These are the triangular shaped area. These areas is found to be very much interesting and very much important for you. Understand? So this area, there is a triangular space. This space is termed as a space of mole. Okay, this triangular space is termed as the space of mole. And what are the important structures that is actually found? That is actually associated with the hepatic triad. This area is associated with the hepatic, H-E-P-A-T-I-C, hepatic triad, T-R-I-A-D. So what are the important structures that can be found inside this space of mole? Say this consists of some hepatic arteries. Okay, this may be associated with an hepatic portal vein, say look like this, okay, and say there is associated with the lymphatics. Okay, say this one is the lymphatics. Say this is also associated with what? That is called the hepatic biliary tract. Let us draw in case of the green to demonstrate that hepatic biliary tract, and some nerves are also found. Say some nerves are also found. So if someone asks you that what are the important that is called structures that is found within this triangular shaped area, that is called the space of mole. So this is actually mainly composed of the 3 structures, but actually it is actually composed of the 5 important structures. This hepatic triad is actually composed of what? That is called the hepatic, H-E-P-A-T-I-C, PATIC, hepatic portal, PORTL, portal vein, number one. Number two is actually, it is associated, say, that is called the hepatic artery. Okay, hepatic artery, ARTERY, hepatic artery. And the third important structures is actually termed as number three, that is called the some lymphatics is actually found. Lymphatics, okay, it is also found. That is the fourth structures is actually the hepatic biliary tract, that is called the hepatic biliary tract, TRACT. This is also very much important. Another structures that is I will be talking about, that is called the some nerves is also found. Okay, so this is actually associated with the space of small, that is called the mole, and ultimately this is how these structures, the whole structures actually look like, and it is an important concept that is for the NEET UG, that is called the hepatic lobule. So hepatic lobule is a interesting thing. This is a structural as well as a functional unit of the liver. Okay, and this is actually hexagonal in structures, and individual these hexagonal units are being enclosed by means of the Gleason's capsule. Okay, so these are the irregular connective tissue sheath. This is actually a fibrous, dense, white fibrous connective tissue sheath, and these hepatic cells are once again is being arranged like a cord, and sometimes they are being arranged like that of the spoke of the wheels. That is why sometimes they may be called to be as an hepatic spoke. Understand? And that is why you will be telling that every hepatic lobule at their actually a corner, there is a triangular shaped area. This particular space is termed as a space of mole, that composed of, I have already told you, the hepatic portal vein, hepatic biliary tract, hepatic arteries, and some nerves as well as the lymphatics. Okay, and this space is occupied by this is actually termed as hepatic sinusoids, and the sinusoids is very important because it is actually associated with the Kupffer cells, which is a type of an macrophage cells, and this macrophage cells has been originated from the monocytes. Okay, so let us see another important aspects about the liver. Say, next, go to the next slide. So we'll be talking about the hepatopancreatic biliary duct. That is how this look like, and you'll be expecting the most of the interesting questions related with the NEET UG. So this is a basic diagram. All of you come and say, sir, what is this and what is that, and ultimately we are there to help you out. Okay, so let us see how this hepatopancreatic biliary duct goes. So say this one is the liver. Once again, say this one is the liver. This is how this liver look like, and this liver is actually composed of the two important ducts. One is called the right hepatic, and along with the left hepatic duct. Say this one the right, and there is called the left hepatic duct, and ultimately they can form the common hepatic duct. And this common hepatic duct, okay, they generally meet with what? They generally meet with, that is called the gallbladder. Say this one is the gallbladder. So this one is a cystic duct. I will be giving you the leveling as well, so nothing to get worried about. So let us first draw. So this is actually termed as a left. This is called the left hepatic, HEPATIC, hepatic duct. Okay, and this one is the right. Okay, this one is the right hepatic duct. Okay, and this one, obviously these two unites actually, and they can help in the formations of the common common hepatic duct. Okay, hepatic duct. Okay, and this one is the gallbladder, so I have to mark it like that. Say this one is the gallbladder. Okay, say this one is the gallbladder. Okay, and this gallbladder is also having some kind of duct. This is termed as an cystic. Okay, this one termed as an cystic duct, and there is a pouch like structure, though it is not so much important in NCERT and for entrance examinations. Just for your knowledge, it is being actually termed as an Hartmann pouch. Okay, so this is termed as an Hartmann, H-A-R-T, Hart, M-A-N-N apostrophe S, Hartmann's pouch. Okay, so what is its importance? Its importance is over here you'll be expecting the presence of, that is, accumulations of the gallbladder stones. So most of the gallbladder stones get accumulated in this pouch like structure, and this pouch is actually termed as a Hirschman pouch. So this is a location, this is actually the point of accumulation. Okay, accumulation, this is a point of accumulation of what? Point of accumulations of the gallbladder stones. Okay, so it is included in your syllabus that what are the gallbladder stones. Okay, just I'll let you know, so nothing to get worried about. So now what actually happening over here, you can see this unites to form the another duct. This duct is actually termed as an common, 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 that is called the hepatobiliary duct. Okay, hepatobiliary, biliary, biliary duct. Okay, so and this gets united with the another duct. Okay, that I will let you know. There is a pancreas. Say this one is a pancreas. This is how it look like, and this is called the pancreatic duct. This is a major pancreatic duct. Say this one, the major pancreatic duct, that gets united, that get united like this. Okay, so this is actually termed as a major pancreatic duct, major pancreatic, okay, pancreatic duct. Okay, and this major pancreatic duct, okay, it is uniting to form the hepatopancreatic biliary duct. So this is actually termed as, now it is termed as an hepatopancreatic, okay, pancreatic biliary, biliary, biliary duct. Okay, since it is associated with the liver, since it is associated with the pancreas, that is why we'll be telling that it is actually forming the hepatopancreatic biliary duct that can open into where? That can open into, that is called the second part of the duodenum. Say this one is your duodenum. Just a minute, I need to draw the duodenum first. Say this one is called the duodenum. Okay, so they are opening at the second part of the duodenum. Say this one is the second part of the duodenum. But just you have to tell that there is a swelling before that. Say this one is a swelling. This swelling is termed as an ampulla ovata. Okay, there is a swelling. This swelling is termed as an ampulla, ampula, ampulla ovata, vater, ampulla ovata. So, and there is a sphincter. Okay, there is a sphincter, and the sphincter is termed as a sphincter. Okay, sphincter of Oddi. Okay, so there is actually a sphincter of Oddi. These are being found at the, that means after the ampulla is over, when the ampulla ends at the duodenum, there is a sphincter. The sphincter actually control this biliary flow, the pancreatic juice flow into the second part of the duodenum. And sometimes that is pancreas may be also associated with an accessory pancreatic duct. Say if it is a pancreas, sometimes it may be also associated with the accessory pancreatic duct that can open like this, that can open at the second part of the duodenum. So this is termed as an accessory pancreatic duct, accessory pancreatic duct. Okay, so there is a name, actually this, there is a name, this name is termed as an, that is called the duct of Santorini, Santorin. This is the other name, but this is the accessory pancreatic duct. This may also open into the second part of the duodenum. So this is how it look like. This is actually termed as an hepatopancreatic biliary tree. So hepatic pancreatic biliary tree, once again I need to recapitulate. So say this one is a liver, so this one is the right hepatic duct, and this is the left hepatic duct, and they can form the common hepatic duct. And there is also a sphincter, that is about, I was about to tell you, that is the sphincter is termed as a sphincter of Boyton. Say this is the superior and this is called the inferior sphincters. So this sphincter is actually the termed as a sphincter of Boyton. Okay, sphincter of Boyden, Boyden. Understand? So this is another actually a sphincter that is actually found. Say, for example, once again, the right hepatic duct and the left hepatic duct, they can unite to form the common hepatic duct, and this common hepatic duct is associated with the gallbladder duct, and this gallbladder duct is termed as a cystic duct. Okay, and they can form that is called the common hepatobiliary duct, and which is associated with the sphincter, and the sphincter is actually termed to be as a sphincter of Boyden that unites with the major pancreatic duct. That has been, there is a major pancreatic duct and there is an accessory pancreatic duct, but I'm talking about this major pancreatic duct. This major pancreatic duct unites with the hepatobiliary duct to form hepatopancreatic biliary duct that can open into the second part of the duodenum. And in case of the pancreas, there is also the accessory pancreatic duct. This accessory pancreatic duct actually can open into the second part of the duodenum, and it is actually termed as a duct of Santorini. So these are the basic important features I think that you'll be able to understand right now, and this together, there's a basic concept, and this concept is actually termed as an hepatopancreatic biliary duct system. Understand? So let us go to the next important page. Say, now someone of you will be asking, sir, what is the functions of the liver and why it is so important for us? So let us see that what are the functions of the liver are. For example, if I'm talking about, say, about their metabolic actually function, so let us learn something about them. Say, metabolic functions is like that of, they can be associated with a glucose metabolism or the carbohydrate metabolism. Say, I'm talking about the carbohydrate. Okay, carbohydrate metabolism, B-O-L-I-S-M. So the carbohydrate metabolism, so what does it mean? What do you mean by the carbohydrate metabolism? This carbohydrate actually metabolism is actually associated with the different types of the biochemical functions like neoglucogenesis, okay, say number 1, number B, that is called the glycolysis. Glycolysis is the breakdown of that is called glucose. Say number C, for example, glycogenolysis, that means the breakdown of the liver glycogen. Say, so these are the important functions are the neoglucogenesis or gluconeogenesis, glycolysis, glycogenolysis, and number D is the glycogenesis. This is also the important biochemical events that is related with the carbohydrate metabolism. Say, if I'm talking about the lipid metabolism, metabolism. Okay, say there is an important event that actually goes over here, and you'll be knowing it very well. That is called the beta oxidations of the fatty acid. Okay, beta oxidation, okay, of fatty acid, beta oxidations of the fatty acid. Okay, and after that what happens? There is a formations of the ketone bodies. Okay, this is very much important functions of the liver. Another thing, that means number 2, for say, that is called the protein metabolism. Say, if I'm talking about the protein metabolism, say this is associated with, that is liver is associated with the transamination, say deamination, etc. So deamination, transaminations, what are they? Deaminations means the removal of the amine group from the amino acid, and the transaminations is actually termed as what? The transaminations means the transfer of the amine group from the one amino acid to the other amino acids. Understand? And this is actually all about the important metabolism that is associated with the liver, metabolism about the protein, metabolism about the lipid, and the metabolism about the carbohydrate. Say, what are the other functions? Say, it is associated with the formation of coagulatory factor. coagulatory factors. Okay, factors that is related with our blood coagulation. Say factor number 1, factor number 2, factor number that is actually 6. Okay, so factor number 7. Okay, factor number 7, sorry, I'm talking about the factor number 8. This is the 7, and this is actually the 8. Okay, say the factor number 9, say factor number 10, etc. Okay, so these are the different coagulatory factors that is associated with the liver, and liver can help in the synthesis for these factors, the different factors that can actually synthesize in the case of the liver. Say what are the other functions? Say the synthesis of, what are the syntheses? Syntheses, that means they can generate, that is called the vitamins, vitamin D. Okay, they can help in the synthesis of the vitamin D, and they can help in the synthesis of the HDL, that is a high density lipoprotein, low density lipoprotein. Okay, VLDL. Okay, and they are also associated with the cholesterol synthesis. Okay, cholesterol synthesis. Okay, and they are associated with that. Number 4 is a storage. What are the storage? Say the liver can store the various types of the things, like some micronutrients is actually there. They can store the vitamins. Okay, vitamin D, vitamin B12. They can also store vitamin A. They can store iron. Okay, they can store iron. Okay, and say liver, what are the other functions? Say if someone asks you, sir, what are the other functions, then what will be your answer? You'll be always telling that it is also associated with the erythropoiesis. Poiesis means what? That means the formations of the erythrocytes, that is called the RBC. So RBC formations, they can play an important role, but it is actually occurring during the embryonic condition, during our fetal condition. Say during our fetal condition. Okay, so this is also very much important functions of the liver, and there are a lot of different functions that is associated with the liver. Like for example, it can actually detoxify what drugs? Okay, it can detoxify drugs, it can detoxify the antibiotics. So these are the hell lot of different types of functions of the liver. In case of the gist, most of the important points has been discussed. For example, it is related with the different types of metabolism, like that of the carbohydrate metabolism, new glucogenesis, glycogenolysis, glycolysis, the glycogenesis, etc. But in the case of the protein metabolism, it is associated with the transaminations, the deaminations. In case of the lipid metabolism, it is associated with the beta oxidations of the fatty acid. Okay, and ultimately we can actually tell that liver is associated with the synthesis of the various types of the coagulatory factors, like the factor number 1, factor number 2, 7, 8, and 9, 10, etc. Otherwise, if there is a liver failure, then we can tell that we'll be suffering from the hemorrhage, we'll be suffering from the blood loss. And synthesis, yes, obviously the liver is associated with the synthesis of the vitamin D, and it is actually associated with the HDL synthesis, LDL synthesis, cholesterol synthesis. They can also store iron, they can also store vitamin D, they can also store the vitamin that is called the B12. And in case of the fetal condition, it is associated with the synthesis of the RBC, though they can also synthesize some important plasma proteins. Say if I am talking about some other functions, then you can tell that synthesis of plasma proteins. Okay, plasma proteins, proteins proteins. Say examples are the albumin. Okay, albumin, globulin. Okay, fibrinogen. Okay, prothrombin. Though in case of prothrombin and along with a fibrinogen, it is associated with our coagulations of the blood. Now, let's see that what are that important liver diseases. So let us see some important liver diseases are. So say if I'm talking about the hepatitis, say hepatitis is included in your syllabus. Hepatitis. Okay, so hepatitis means what? It is the inflammation. It is the inflammation. Okay, it is the inflammation of liver. Say, and it causes the enlargement. It causes enlargement of liver, and this enlargement of liver is actually termed as an hepatomegaly. Hepatomegaly. There is an inflammation. See, if there is inflammation, there will be the enlargement, and this enlargement of the liver is actually termed as an hepatomegaly. Okay, so let us see what are the cause. What are the cause actually for the hepatitis? Say hepatitis infection, that means hepatic infection like hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, hepatitis D, etc. It may be also associated with the alcoholism. Alcoholism is another thing that can cause alcoholic hepatitis. So this is all about the hepatitis. Okay, so let us see that what are the other disease. For example, say if I'm talking about, that is called the cirrhosis of liver. Cirrhosis of liver. So liver cirrhosis is actually the precancerous stage. Okay, this is called the precancerous. This is called the precancerous stage, and it is an irreversible. Okay, it is an irreversible fibrosis. Fibrosis. So what does it mean? That means the cells, though the liver cells can get regenerated, but hardly 25%. But if you are suffering from the hepatitis B, hepatitis C, hepatitis D, etc., and if someone is taking the alcohol too much, automatically what will happen? The cell will get destroyed, and there will be an irreversible damage of the liver cells, and this damage cannot be compensated, and the conditions will get irreversible damage, and ultimately this will land up into the fibrosis. What does mean? These are the extensive actually a fibrous condition. That means these cells will be replaced by the fibrous tissues. Okay, so these are also the precancerous stage, and there will be the irreversible and extensive fibrosis. Understand? And how this liver look like? Say this one is the liver. This is actually associated with the nodular fibrosis. There will be appearance of the nodules. So these are the nodular, okay, fibrosis. Okay, this is very much important, and this is the liver. This is how this look like. So cirrhosis of liver is an irreversible precancerous and extensive fibrosis. Another thing that is generally asked you in the case of the NEET UG, that is called, what do you mean by the jaundice? Okay, jaundice, D-I-C-E. Jaundice means what? Jaundice means it is a yellowish discoloration. Okay, discoloration. Okay, so where? So in case of, it may occur in case of the skin, it can occur in case of the sclera. Okay, it can occur in the case of the mucous membrane. Okay, mucous membrane. And what is the basic cause? The basic cause can be, it is only a disease sign. It is not a disease actually, it is only a disease sign. Okay, that is yellow discolorations of the mucous membrane, the sclera, as well as the skin. This is how this jaundice look like, and it is characterized by what that is called the hyperbilirubinemia. Bilirubin. That means there is an excessive actually, and there is an excessive increase in the case of the bilirubin level. So this is termed as an hyperbilirubinemia. Okay, and if it is occurring in case of the neonates, NATS, that means in case of the neonates, that means in case of the newborn, then it is termed as a neonatal jaundice. Okay, neonatal jaundice. Okay, so its basic cause is actually, for example, erythroblastosis, blastosis, blastosis fetalis. Okay, fetalis. So you have already learned about that. You have already learned about in the case of the blood chapter, that is regulated with the blood, that is associated with the erythroblastosis fetalis, which is related with an Rh incompatibility between the mother as well as that is called the fetus. If the mother is Rh negative and the fetus is Rh positive, then in the first, actually there is, in the case of the first that is called the stage, there will be no such issues. Okay, in that is called in the first pregnancy, there will be no issues. But in the case of the second pregnancy, if the mother is not sensitized, that means there is a chance, that is there will be a chance, that means the fetus will be suffering from this erythroblastosis fetalis. There will be the extensive RBC destruction, and thereby it will be increasing what that is called, what that will be increasing the increasing amount of the bilirubin. Thereby it will cause a type of a jaundice, and it is actually termed as a neonatal jaundice. Okay, and this is the jaundice. This is how this look like: the hepatitis, the cirrhosis of liver, the jaundice, etc. And what are the other types of the disease? So let's see. Number 4, you have heard about the gallbladder stone. Gallbladder, BLADDER, gallbladder stone. So this is actually termed as an cholelithiasis. Chole means that is called the gallbladder, and lithiasis, it is termed as an cholelithiasis or the gallbladder stones. So why these gallbladder stones that is occur? Because I have already explained that these gallbladder stones generally accumulate at the Hartmann pouch of the, that is called the gallbladder, and ultimately this formation of the gallbladder stones is actually termed as, in short form, it is termed as in cholelithiasis. So these are the different types. Say for example, that is called the cholesterol stone, okay, there is a cholesterol stone, and this cholesterol stone, it is 80% of all the stones is actually made up of the cholesterol. Those who are actually the female, those who actually the fatty and having, there is a huge depositions of the cholesterol in their case of the arteries, as well as in the case of the blood, there is a huge amount of the cholesterol. So there is a chance, that means their cholesterol will be increasing, and there is a chance that they will be suffering from the cholesterol stone. Say 80% of this, they will be suffering from the cholesterol stone. And number B, there is a calcium stone. So there is a formations of the calcium stones, once again nearly 15%. Number C, there is a bilirubin stone. Say it is nearly 3 to 5% of them are the bilirubin stone. And number, that is called the number D, there is a mixed stone. Okay, there is a mixed stone, nearly 7% or like that, nearly 5%. Okay, say, and these are the different types of the stones, and do also have the treatment for them. And what are the treatment are? The treatment can be say the treatment. Okay, so treatment can be the laparoscopic, okay, cholecystectomy. Okay, so this is a type of a microsurgery. We can actually tell, and we can also use some ultrasound techniques. Okay, ultrasound, that means to crush the stones, understand? And it is actually termed as an lithotripsy, lithotripsy is using this type of the ultrasound technique to crush the stones, understand? And these are the laparoscopic cholecystectomy, means we are using a laparoscope to identify these stones, and ultimately we can crush it actually by using the lithotripsy method, and ultimately we can use this ultrasonography. So you have learned about the hepatitis, you have learned about the hepatomegaly, we have learned about the gallbladder stones. Now just we would like to learn the last but not the least, that is actually termed as an liver failure. What does it mean actually? That means when the normal function of liver Okay, shut down. Okay, shut down. That is, already I have told you that what are the important functions. Say if the liver was actually functioning okay, it is actually helping for the, for say if I am talking about the liver function, say the synthesis of bile. Synthesis of bile, it will get hampered. Okay, number one, for example, it is performing the ornithine cycle. Ornithine cycle, that means it is also termed as an urea cycle. Urea cycle, that means it also gets hampered. Not only that, for example, it was synthesizing, for example, the synthesis of, say, vitamins, vitamin D, synthesis of albumin, okay, synthesis of the coagulatory factor, okay, it's get hampered. So these are the important concepts of the NCERT. So these are the very much important that you have to learn. So these are the liver diseases. So we have already completed these important sessions about everything about the liver. For example, the liver structures, the liver functions, the concept about the hepatopancreatic biliary duct, what is the hepatic lobule and what are the important structures. We have also understand that is the basic lobes, what are the important lobes, what are the important lobes of the liver, and some important aspects about the, that is called the supports, that is called the supportive ligaments in case of the liver. Say for example, the ligament of Teres, the coronary ligament, the falciform ligament. We have learned about the hepatic lobes, that is called the right hepatic lobe is the largest one, and leaving it there is also left hepatic lobe, there is also the quadrate lobe and the quadrate lobe. Understand? So these are the important facts that you need to know about the liver. And let us actually end this class for today, and enjoy and stay tuned with Physics Wala Pathshala for more interesting video that I'll be sharing with you. Goodbye, and I'm Dr. PRASUN. I'll be associated with the entire sessions of this lecture videos about the human physiology, NET UG level. Bye and take care and God bless.